Are you a pickleball player, but you're not quite a spring chicken any longer? CJ and I have designed this video for you. CJ, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about mobility issues and how to circumvent some of the mobility issues you might be having so that you get a little quicker out on the pickleball court.
Also, if you have an injury, your legs, you got your knee thing going on, something like that, the tips in this video will definitely help you avoid a lot of the pressure you're feeling when you're out on the court. CJ, what do you think? Let's go out there and show them how to do it.
Let's get into it. If we haven't met yet, I'm CJ Johnson. This is my partner, Tony Roig, and we are part of BetterPickleball.com network. We bring you a variety of resources to help you play your best pickleball. So for most players, the lack of mobility shows up on the return side, and specifically when we're the returner. So Tony's in this position, I'm up here, I'm already here, but often it's difficult for a player who has mobility issues to get all the way from the baseline up here to the non-volley zone line before we are hitting our fourth shot.
Yeah, definitely. And you want to make sure when you're on the return side, which is what CJ and I are setting up here for you, you want to make sure that you're, if you can be, you want to be on this line, because when you're on this non-volley zone line up here next to the kitchen is when you can have the most advantage in the rally. So what we're going to walk through, right, Coach, is how to get you from all the way back there to up here so that you can give yourself the best chance every rally that you play.
I've asked Tony to go back to the baseline because what we want to talk about here is time and buying enough time for you to get to the NVZ if you're struggling, if you're having some of those mobility issues.
Yeah, we're going to go over a specific shot that'll help you and how to hit the shot differently. But the bottom line, what we're trying to do is when we're returning, we're not trying to win the rally from this shot. We're trying to set ourselves up so that we have the time that we need to get from back there to up here. For some of you, it's going to be faster. If you're a little bit older, like CJ and I are, it's going to take you a little bit longer. If you've had trouble with your knee, like our good friend Coach Stephanie Lane just had a knee replacement, right, it's going to take her a minute to be getting up here. So we're going to go over a shot with you now. But the key to understand is what, Coach?
Is that you need to give yourself time. Buy yourself some time. All right, so I'm the server. Tony is going to be the returner. We have highlighted the target area for you. Typically, we say the best target is 4 feet from the baseline, about where my left foot is here, 4 feet from the baseline, right in the center. But what you're gonna notice is as you aim for that, you have a pretty big, generous target area here. So the first thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna hit Tony a serve, and I just want you to watch the shape of the shot that Tony hits. So here you go, Tony. Notice the shape of the shot that Tony hits. That shot was a tiny bit lower. It didn't give him quite enough time to get to the NVZ. So Tony, what happens if you take that shot and elevate it just a little bit?
Sure, the more you elevate, right, the more you elevate the shot, the more time you'll have to make it up. So you can go up to 45 degrees. So I'll show you a couple of different variations, CJ, and how much time I have.
Perfect.
So I was a little bit higher, had more time.
Exactly, and you got a little closer. If you notice, you got a little closer to the non-volley zone this time than he did the last time.
If I need more time, CJ, I can even return higher, right? Now I can make it up here, almost walking, no problems.
And Tony, one of the things I think that players think about is they think that by returning at that height, it's attackable, but it really isn't an attackable shot.
The higher the shot, the deeper it's going to bounce. With the only limiter is 45 degrees. Let's show this one, CJ, because if I go super high, what can happen is, yes, then if I return like that, then that ball is going to sit up in a way that is going to allow the banger to potentially bang that shot. So 45 degrees, maximum height.
Now, Tony, the one thing we didn't show, let's go back. I want to have you show the really low. The shot right now that I think everybody is super in love with, or we like to call it the sexy return of serve, the super low return of serve. And what I want you to pay attention to, not just the height of this shot, watch where Tony is once the ball lands and I'd be ready to hit it. You notice, I mean, it was deep, but Tony didn't give himself enough time to get to the NVZ. In fact, he was quite a ways back.
Yeah, and the key to this game is not trying to hit a win or return or serve. The key is, as CJ mentioned earlier, making it all the way up to the non-volley zone line.
So if you have some mobility issues, vary the shape of your shot to give yourself more time to get to the NVZ.
Oh man, there is only one thing funner than a pop-up put away, CJ.
Oh, that was fun, Tony. But it is the Pickleball Summit, and it's an online Pickleball Summit, July 14th through the 16th.
15,000 other players, just like you, who want to know what's going on right now in the game, are going to join us to learn from the top professionals, experts about everything going on, again, right now in the sport of pickleball. CJ, someone wants to attend, what do they have to do?
Well, tickets are free, but you have to have a ticket, and you're going to get your free ticket by clicking on the link down below.
See you at the summit.
So now that you've seen the type of shot you need to hit, specifically the shape of the shot that's going to give you extra time, there may still be some instances where you can't get all the way from the baseline up here to the non-volley zone. So what can they do, Tony, as they're moving up?
Absolutely, Coach. So yeah, if you can't make it up for whatever reason, what you want to do is you want to be under control when you're hitting. What you want to avoid is you're moving forward, right? And now the ball's traveling toward you to that four shot that CJ mentioned earlier. You're hitting your four shot and you're moving and you're trying to hit. Very hard to do, okay? So if you can't make it all the way up here, and remember, this is the best, okay? Let's say we can't do that. Let's go to better, or not best, but better than the other one, is gonna be around here under control. So that's called a split step. So you're gonna come up. Now, there's two ways to do it. One way is that all the young people will do this. Awesome, that kind of hurt me a little bit. Don't necessarily have to do that. You go here, plant your foot, get yourself balanced, ball comes, handle the next shot. If you can make it up after that shot, that's what you're gonna do then.
What you want to make sure that you do with this split step, as Tony said, is stop so you can hit the shot. Don't stay at the back line, at the baseline. Even if you've hit a good shot and you're like, I know I can't get all the way up there, come up as far as you can. Split step. Stay there, then after the next shot, move up again. Don't stay in the middle of the court. Continue to use the split step until you can get all the way to the NVZ.
Yeah, the key is you want to play from up here. If you can get up here after you return a serve, fantastic. If you can't, and it takes you two, okay, we'll live with that, but keep on moving up. As CJ said, don't just stay back at the baseline because you don't like your return or serve and try and win from there, because that's almost impossible. Coach, why don't we show them a little bit the difference between the running shot and the set shot?
We're going to show you the shot two different ways. Tony, let's show the incorrect way first.
CJ always, when you look bad, give me the incorrect one first. I'm running forward, and what happens is I make a mistake because I'm moving through my shot. I never got set, I'm running, I'm moving through my shot, and I made a mistake, CJ, which I hate.
All right, let's show them the correct way. And by the way, if you want correct information to help your pickleball game, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
CJ, there's no way players haven't subscribed out there. They know this is the best channel. I'm set, nice little block, no problem. Body set, I can block from either side. The key is body set before you hit the next shot.
So we've talked about the return and the shape of the shot on the return, buying yourself some time. We've talked about the split step. If you can't get up here to stop your body motion, now what we want to talk about is the shot itself, or what we call the mechanical pillar. If you're a system member, you're familiar with that terminology. We're going to talk about the mechanical pillar and the foundation. If you're not a system member, it's a deep dive into everything that you need to know to play your best pickleball. Go ahead and click on the link up here to get some more information. But Tony, let's go ahead and let's jump into the shot that players are going to need if they can't get all the way to the NVZ by the time the four shots hit.
You got it, Coach. So the shot we recommend here, usually if you're around here and you're playing against most players out there, rec, open play, things like that, they're going to be hitting hard shots at you, right? They're going to be coming hard at you. What you're going to do is you're going to set up for a block volley. The block volley is technically the simplest of shots, but also complicated because we try and do too much. So we're going to basically get our body set up, usually with a backhand. I'm left-handed. If you're right-handed, you'll set up like this for your backhand. You're going to set up your backhand and you're going to wait to receive that ball, and then all you're trying to do is block it, let it gently go over the net so you have time that you need to complete your movement all the way up to the non-volley zone.
Okay, Tony, let's show them some block volleys.
You got it.
All right, so Tony has done his split step. Let's show a good block volley.
You got it, CJ. Nice and calm, no problem. That block was beautiful. CJ, you want me to show problem block volley?
I do. Let's grab one.
All right. Show a problem block volley like this. moving my body and stuff like that. Foundation, as CJ mentioned earlier, important on the volley as well, not just on the split step. Get your body set, you hit a better volley.
If you're having a hard time with your mobility, put any of these 3 tips into play and you're gonna play better pickleball.
And let's stop getting injured. CJ's put together a great stretching routine for you. We're gonna link to it up over here. And if you're ready to stop messing around, you wanna see how good you can be as a pickleball player, the pickleball system is right over here. Check it out and join CJ and me inside our next course.